Hi everyone, I just wanted to drop in and say when it feels like the world is chaotic and tensions are high and there's stress and there's so much happening that seems to be out of your control, one of the best things that you can do is go within. Because the way that we heal a sick society or a sick world is by healing ourselves first. And our outer world is always a reflection of our inner world. So you can't go out there and force change necessarily, but you can change your own mind. You can change from within, and that change is going to be reflected in the world outside of you. So when it feels like things are overwhelming or out of your control, what you can do is you can close your eyes, you can come back to your breath, you can come into a heart-centered place, and you can come back to love and peace. And if there is, someone out there like a government figure or someone that you are feeling particularly stressed about, my advice is to send them some love. Because it can be really easy to feel love for the people that quote unquote do good things, right? I don't think anyone is necessarily good or evil, but the people who do good things to you. But it's a lot harder to feel love for the people who really need that love. And when people are out there doing things in the world that is harmful, chances are they're coming from a place of their own pain and their own fear. So if we can come to a place of love and come to a place of peace within us and healing within us, because the other thing to remember is what we resist persists. So if you're adamantly saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, and out there fighting, it's like starting a war to fight for peace. You can't fight for change. It doesn't work like that, because whatever you are grinding against, whatever you're resisting is going to keep happening. So acceptance, and this doesn't mean spiritual bypassing. It doesn't mean burying your head in the sand and pretending that things aren't happening. But remember that you create your own reality. And two people can seemingly be living next door to each other and live in two different realities. And if you can imagine a reality, it exists. So start to become more interested in the reality that you want to create, rather than get sucked into the low vibration of fear or anger or whatever it is that's going on. And I happen to be recording this on November 5th, the day of the election. I know it's not going to get posted for quite a while, but it's on my mind right now because there seems to be a lot of turmoil in the country, a lot of division in the country. And there's a lot going on in the world too. There's the war in the Middle East, there's the Ukraine-Russia war, there's who knows what's going to happen with China and Taiwan. There's natural disasters, and it's easy to get swept up in all of the fear. It's easy to get swept up in the anger and the pointing fingers and the division and the hate. But our outer world is a reflection of what's going on within us. And old systems, old paradigms are starting to crumble. And in order to birth something new and beautiful, the old has to fall away. And I really do believe that we're headed for a beautiful new earth. And, some people say 5D earth is coming, whether you believe that or not. I do think that humanity is waking up and rising in our level of consciousness. And, more and more people are awakened and open to these types of messages and this type of thinking. And the old is starting to fall away. And I think what we're seeing is the old really, really like ego's last stand, right? Like the world's last stand, old paradigm's last stand before it really crumbles. And the way out is through. So I think stay in your heart-centered space and send out love and stay in a place of acceptance and light and happiness and self-love and inner peace and healing. And you will see that reflected in the world around you.